Our last game for the evening is Michigan at Illinois.
Who's got it better than us?
Number 24, Michigan at number 22,
Washington,
Illinois.
Iowa.
Shut up.
What? Michigan is 4-2,
Illinois.
2-1 in the conference. Illinois is 5-1, 2-1 in the conference. This is kind of a do or die game for Michigan. They're allegedly going to be trying out some new offense going in there. Jack Tuttle is going to be Jack Tuttle is going to be the QB. So our third QB for the season. I don't know how that's going to be, but apparently the players are pretty excited about it. So here we go. I think I'm going to start this one with Justin, and we'll work our way back around to Michigan or to Mac. Mac, your name is Michigan now.
Sweet.
I was going to change it a while ago, but I'm going to do it now. Justin, go ahead. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I like Illinois in this one because Mac, screw you. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, because I picked Indiana. That's why.
No, but for real though, Illinois to me is just they're just a little bit more well-rounded. Well, a lot more well-rounded. I do think, again, Michigan's defense, I feel like they have a chance just with the talent to play a good game eventually, right? But Illinois does such a good job. Bielema does such a good job of, what he does a lot, he uses the H-back, and he uses that H-back to really kind of confuse and mess your eyes up, and they take advantage of that. Luke Altmaier doesn't have to do too much, but he's a gamer. He makes plays. He does what he has to do to win the game. He's grown on me a lot this season. And Michigan can't throw the ball, and when they have a quarterback that can throw the ball, can they run the ball well? It's one of those things. It's just like, I don't know how good they can pass the ball. I just think there's a ceiling there, and I don't think they can get past that ceiling. And I just think Illinois is a very physical team as well, so I don't think Michigan can out-physical them in every aspect of the game. They may be able to a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to overcome the difference here. And it's in Illinois, so it's at Illinois, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to Illinois, and I'm going to say 27-17.
Garrison, let's go to you next.
I think this is one of those situations where the better team doesn't win. I think Michigan is going to find a way to pull this one out.
Just got to get your shots in there somewhere. Don't you?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Don't you?
no, I mean, I've looked towards this game for the last few weeks, and there's not a lot of film on Tuttle. One thing I will say is that if Illinois is able to get the Tuttle, I think he will unravel. I do believe that when he had that fumble last week or their last game, I think he had that fumble because he was afraid to get hit in his elbow. And like he held the ball like a loaf of bread. I expect the offensive line to play better. I think you guys pull it out by the hair of your chinny chin chins. And again, it's not. I think it's not because you guys are better than Illinois. I just think you win the game. Give me 20-17. And I don't even know if I really believe this. I'm just picking this.
Well, at least Garrison's sticking with his convictions.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe. All right, Rob, go ahead, man.
All right, so was actually able to do some research on this game. Let me first say this. Michigan is the defending national champs. They have a target on their back.
Go blue.
Illinois is more than likely looking for revenge for that 2022 game where they could have won, but obviously
They won,
didn't.
apparently.
They got cheated.
Yeah.
They got cheated.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that comment. So Michigan QB problems. 3 QBs have thrown a combined 609 yards, average 5.2 per pass.
Yes.
6 TDs and 8 interceptions.
Bo would be proud.
Average targets
but-
5.2 yards. Wow.
Here's the thing. Illinois will make. So here's the thing. Illinois has the 77th ranked rush defense in the country, so Michigan could exploit that. But here's the other thing. since they can make Michigan one-dimensional, they could be really prepared for the run. Luke Altmaier has he's a 68% passer, 14 DDs, and 1 interception, and he has more passing TDs than 3 QBs combined. So, so there's that. But Illinois has a weakness in the offensive line. They've given up 19 sacks through 5 of 6 games,
Good
which
grief.
is the 6th worst among Power 4 teams. Michigan's D line can take advantage of that. Illinois definitely is not going to rush on that defensive line for Michigan. But here's the thing, and this is where I'm coming. So after all those stats, Michigan's defense, it'll be like all the rest of the games. Michigan's defense will keep them in the game for a while, but if they can't produce any long drives, then they won't be rested. So due to that fact, the lack of offense, and also, Michigan's D line could get after Luke Altmaier, but after a while they're going to get tired. I don't trust Wink Martindale's scheme, and I don't trust Michigan's secondary, so they definitely could exploit that. So I have Illinois winning 24-14.
And one thing to make you feel better, that that rush defense, that was Purdue ran for 239, so I'm sure that adds a lot to that. But that's, again, that game's an outlier. I'm not taking too much from that.
Yeah.
Wait, Rob, you said Michigan 24-14 or
No,
Illinois?
Illinois 24-14.
24-14. All right, Peter, go ahead.
Illinois and Luke Altmaier protect their home turf. Brett Bielema is building something fairly nice there. It's a very hard program to recruit to. Let's be completely honest. Champaign-Urbana, I've never been there, so I can't say if it's a dump but I can't imagine it's nice because it's Southern Illinois. So, okay, jokes aside, Luke Altmaier seriously is a really good quarterback. I'm very impressed with him. I think he shows poise. I think he shows confidence and leadership from your quarterback. I've been very impressed throughout the season with him. Do I want to say some mean things about Michigan's quarterbacks? But it's all been said. So I'll just keep my comments to myself. The quarterback in college, to me, college football is a quarterback-driven sport. Let's just state it like it is. There are teams that win with defense and run game. We used to do that at Ohio State. Jim Tressel, my dude. I love that style of football. I really do. Michigan, for whatever reason, Wink Martindale, is not good enough. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but they're not good enough to win games this year. I had them at 10-2 as a ceiling, but Will Johnson's taking a step back. We discussed it last week. Luke Altmaier is going to pick this defense apart, in my humble opinion. I really do. I think they're going to go north of 250 yards through the air, if not north of 3. I'll just say they're going north of 300 yards on the Michigan secondary. Mullins is going to have to. Here's the thing: if Michigan wants a chance in this game, Mullins is going to have to carry this team. All right, and I will probably say forward, like you said, 77th best rush defense. I think Mullins.
But they gave up less than 3 yards per carry to Penn State and like 1.1 to Nebraska. So there's some statistical outliers there.
Skewed by the Purdue game, he said.
A lot of it was skewed by the Purdue game. Eastern Illinois had like 20 some odd yards, and then Kansas and Central Michigan ran the ball decently, but they've stiffened up since then. That Purdue game, I just think that's an outlier.
Justin coming with the heat and the stats. I love it. That gives me the confidence right there.
There are a lot of outliers for Justin.
Man, I love it. I'm going to go.
This is the one game I've been saying was an outlier the whole time. literally.
Purdue-
Sorry, go ahead.
Were you talking about the Purdue game? Because I just heard
Yes.
you talking about this. Oh, all right, my bad.
Go ahead.
Still, never mind.
Still.
Score
Sorry, Peter,
prediction.
go ahead.
Oh gosh, man, this is tough, man. But I know whoever loses is gonna be ranked. And this is off the cuff, man. This is off the cuff.
Thanks, Moose.
Illinois, if you couldn't
Moose?
tell by my rambling, this is totally off the cuff on this game. But I am going. I want to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
It's a
I'm gonna
1
do
point
it.
spread.
Illinois wins. Illinois wins this game in a low-scoring game. Illinois wins it
Wow.
23 17.
Mac, remember who your friends are, Mac. Remember who your friends are.
I thought
Not you.
you said 23. I thought you said they were going to win 23-23, and then I just realized you were just reiterating that. I was confused for a second. So 23-17.
No, Mac.
three
Garrison
people
They
picked
Michigan to
win
win.
it 23-23.
I know. I know. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
I don't know why I did. Yeah, I really am.
Reverse psychology.
All right, Mac. It's the over-under 43.5, 1 point spread. Michigan's ranked 24. Illinois is number 22. Bring it home.
All right, here's the thing. Yeah, I get it. Luke Altmaier is going to pick apart Michigan's secondary. I mean, yes, that's going to happen. Luke Altmaier is going to put up somewhere around 250 yards passing. That's probably going to happen too. Their leading rusher is out for a couple of games now because of a hyperextended leg, apparently. So they're not going to be able to run as well as they used to be able to, although I think they were a pass-first team anyway.
Yeah, they don't rely
So-
on the run game anyway.
They don't rely on their... Okay, so they're one-dimensional. So here's what I want to see.
They just
I
don't
want to...
rely on it. Sorry, go ahead.
Shut up!
You had your turn, Justin.
Anyway.
Sorry.
I mean, their running backs combined only rushed for 607 yards and like
Yeah.
6-7 touchdowns. So
But they
Exactly. They're
scheme it up.
one-dimensional.
They scheme
So
it up
anyway-
well, and they keep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Watch my
So-
phone breakdown, Mac.
Either way, Luke Altmaier is still going to pick apart the secondary. So what I need to see from Wink Martindale, I gave him a lot of crap earlier, but what I want to see is him dropping back into coverage. He needs to play some zone coverage. He needs to let the defensive line do defensive line things. That defensive line is very good. And if Illinois is already not going to be rushing very much, then Michigan doesn't need to be blitzing. Michigan doesn't need to be going after Luke Altmaier. Just let the defensive line put pressure on him and then keep everybody back in the secondary and cover their receivers. Like, make sure that everybody's covered. Try and stop them. If Illinois gets inside the 20, continue to not blitz, because then you're going to have to force them to beat you over the top in the end zone into the end zone on a short field. I think Michigan can win that battle if the strategy is right. If Wink Martindale can get his crap together and call a good game and stop blitzing a la Don Brown every single play. If that can happen, then they're seriously limiting what Luke Altmaier can do. Although Luke Altmaier can scramble, that's why I'm saying the defensive line needs to be allowed to do defensive line things. Offensively for Michigan, they've got something going with Jack Tuttle. It's not great, but he can complete passes better than Alex Orji and Davis
it's
Warren
something.
can.
It's definitely something.
It's definitely something. It's definitely
Okay.
something.
And I don't mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a good way.
I can
Sure
go.
why
I can
come
go
on
off my
own
pick,
show.
can I?
Anyway. Look, the guy. So the offensive line saying that when Jack Tuttle came into the huddle against Washington, they said that he was calm. His demeanor was very confident and stuff like that. Sharon Moore's got a lot of confidence in him. They've had 2 weeks to prep the guy for Illinois. I feel like he can at least do enough to keep Illinois' defense honest, even if that means targeting. The tight end's name. Colston Loveland. Even if that means targeting Colston Loveland 100 million times, I don't care. Do something to keep Illinois' DBs from stacking the box, and then let the running backs carry the load for the offense. I feel like there is a path to victory for Michigan here. And obviously, being the optimistic Michigan fan that I am going to pick them to win 28-21. But it's a very specific thing that they need to be doing for this game. And if they don't do it, then yes, of course they're going to lose, because the scheming and all that. Anyway, the scheming, I feel Michigan has the talent, the quarterback situation, not quite, but Jack Tuttle might be enough stability to give Michigan what they need to beat Illinois. It's just the scheming. The scheming needs to be better on defense. And if it is, I think Michigan wins. And I'm just going to assume that that's going to be the case. So Michigan 28-21.
I have so many questions, but I picked you guys to win, so I'm just going to keep them to myself.
That's a good choice.